discussing King of Gluttony by Anna Huang. I'm excited to discuss this book because Anna Huang is one of my favorite authors, and she's one of the reasons why I began reading romance.
Okay, so the choice for King of Gluttony will be childhood rivals to lovers, forced proximity, and he fall first. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And because this is a contemporary romance, there are no trigger warnings to be, giving you a heads up for, but also be aware that this is an adult romance book, which means that there will be explicit scenes of sex and other activities such as. So read with caution and is not suitable for people underage.
Yes. Okay. Got it.
So King of Gluttony follows Maya and Sebastian, who were, like we said before, rivals to lovers. They've gone back since their childhood. They've always known each other. They were friends, and then they became rivals. The difference between rivals and enemies to lovers is the fact that they don't really hate each other. They're just competing with each other, and then they fall for each other. And so when it comes to them, they're constantly competing and trying to one-up each other, but their parents are friends. So that's why they're always within each other's proximities and always in each other's, space, I guess you could say. And so it's not until they have to, they're forced by their parents to work on a project together where their companies will collide and work together, become something. So that is where the forced proximity falls into place. And as for the he falls first trope, you have to read it to understand why we say that. But it is so great.
Yes. He fall first and harder. So yes, I'm sorry,
that guy felt
yeah, and you was yearning for her. Mm-mm.
Oh my God, the yearning! Yes. I was like,
it's just awesome. Yeah. So your favorite song from the playlist? Because on this book, of course, there's a playlist. So if you get a chance to see it, which one you think will be good? Okay, this is my favorite.
Okay, so it's a tie because there's there's a bunch of good songs in this playlist, and it was so hard to choose just a favorite. But it's either going to be by Ariana Grande's "We Can't Be Friends." When Did You Get Hot? Because that's literally the perfect song for Sebastian, and Moonlight by 𝐿𝐲𝐿𝐲𝐿. But I will say that Tennessee Whiskey, the cover by Austin, I forgot his last name, that one was really good too. I love the original version from Chris Stapleton, I think his name is. Great song, amazing song. But the way that this guy, the way that they did this version on the playlist was really good too. And then honestly, you see, as I'm saying, it's so hard to choose because they're all such good songs, but Haunted by Beyonce too will always be sensual and that's such a good song too. So,
yes.
So I basically said the whole playlist.
Yeah, just say the whole playlist and that's it. So for me will be two, but the whole playlist was amazing. We Can Be Friends by Ariana Grande and Moonlight by 𝐿𝐲𝐿𝐲 is the same way. For some reason, We Can Be Friends, I just imagine Sebastian, having it in his mind this whole time. So yeah, And low-key Maya too. I'm sorry. Low-key Maya too. Because she's like, no, we just can't. So yeah.
Okay, so what about your favorite quote?
Okay, so my favorite quote is actually in French. And I don't know if it was the voice or because I did an audiobook. But in translation it says, "You taste even better than I imagined, my angel." And I don't know, but that guy, every time he says my angel, I was like, oh, melting. I was melting. Seriously. So yeah, it's in French, but yeah.
Okay, so I have a few actually. Mine's would be, I'd loved her for so long that I couldn't remember life before her because I feel like that was just perfect. But then it was also the part. So you know how I was doing the influencer challenge for Anna Huang and Team Anna Huang in hopes of getting okay. Well, the part where they say clean me off. It's not polite to leave a mess after you're done eating. I thought that was her who said it because again, this is a teaser before we even got the book, I didn't realize that was him. And then so when I'm doing the audiobook and reading the book, I'm like, that's him? Like, oh my God. So
really, I never thought it was going to be her. But I get it. Because it was only teasers that they were giving us. Instead of okay, who's saying it, this, and that.
Yeah, but then it was also, I think I thought that because all the quotes that they were giving us were from him. From the influencer challenge, I'm looking back at them. Yeah, they're all his quotes. Most of all, I couldn't stand the way she haunted my thoughts for days, weeks, months, years. That one was good too.
Awesome.
This guy was literally obsessed with her, and he just.
Oh yes, like I said, the journey on him was amazing. And I found another one. It says through every season, every iteration of our relationship is always being you. I'm tired of pretend. I'm tired of pretending it's not. That's when he actually, confessed the whole thing. I was like, ah. So yeah, those two, it will definitely be my favorite.
That's a good one too, because um, that I don't honestly like. I know that we've been like on a dark romance train. Well, since I've met you, I've been on dark romance, but I love the way that Anna Hong writes her men because obviously they're fictional, so they're perfect, but like they're perfect. I don't know. I just love the way that she writes her men and her women too, because her women are very strong minded. Like all her women
Uh,
are.
y- yes, I think the only one as of right now for the King of Sense that I didn't like a lot will be Alexandra from the King of Greed.
I mean, she left and then she had that motherfucker groveling back for her. So I'll give that back. I'll give that to her. My least
Mm.
favorite FMC from Anna Hong's universe is probably gonna be Ava. And I know people are gonna get so mad, but yeah,
Yes, yes, a
you're
hundred
you're
percent.
good.
I am with you too. I don't know what's wrong, but it's her. It's just her being annoying. So going back, not even Stella, not even her. So definitely Ava from the Anna Juan
Stella gives me
universe.
yeah. I was gonna say Stella gives me crybaby vibes, but I don't know
Yeah,
why.
maybe if I had to compare the Twisted series and the Kenna Sensei series, it was my least favorite. And I know people's gonna hate me. I am so sorry. I know it's
No,
really popular,
I'm not
but
sorry
it
because
is what it is.
I'm not sorry because I mean you gotta understand that that okay. So Twisted series and Anna's second series, right after the If Love series. The If Love series were in third person. And then she kind of realized like third persons don't really work. People don't really like to be in the culture. They like to be in the act, you know? So
Hmm.
I think that with the Twisted series, that was her first explicit, like romance. So of course it's still gonna be very pillowy soft because she's not really into that roughness of like the yearning and like the hot passion. So I feel like with the King series, she's just like ready to go. She's like, all right, I got my momentum. Let's do this. And that's why I feel like, okay, for people who like pillowy soft romances, do the Twisted series. And if you don't want any spice or at least minimum spice, do the If Love series because those are like a lot of slow burns and second chance books and really great, just really great. Um,
Okay.
so for the rating, I did give this one a 5 stars because again, she's one of my favorite authors. So it's a little bit on the bias side, but also the fact that this book was so well written that I couldn't put it down. Like I couldn't stop it. Once I started, I was like, I need to do it. I literally stood up late, fell asleep listening to it, had to restart chapters, and then I had to like go back and like, what did I miss? And I was listening to it at work. When I couldn't read it, I was listening to it at work. And then right after the doctors, I like ran to the store and got my copy because I was like, I need this. This is great.
Awesome.
Obsessed.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
and then for the spice though, I didn't see the spice part.
oh yeah, the spice.
Okay. For the spice part, I gave it a 3 chilies because we read dark romance. So we know what a 4 spice, 5 spice is. This is definitely not that. So this is more on the softer side of explicit, I guess you could say, because yeah, they are gonna say some raunchy stuff, but like I've heard worse.
Yes. 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 So for me, um, I think this will be my first 5 stars from Ana Juan. And I know because I'm not a fan. Yeah, I know I'm not a very fan of Ana Juan, and you already know. But this one, it captured me. I mean, I did kind of envy and I liked it. But there were certain parts that I'm like, I wasn't that interested. But this one, from the beginning to end, I was like, what the hell? Especially Sebastian. I'm in love with that man. I've never been in love with the Ana Juan man. And this one is like, baby, you're 5 stars in here. I don't care what people say. Yes, I fall to the propaganda. Yeah, I love Ana Juan now. Especially, well, yeah, it just, with the chilies, I do agree with you. We do read more of dark romance, but I was surprised at one of the scenes that, of course, we're probably going to talk about it on the spoiler part. I was not expecting that. But I'll give it 2.53 on chilies as well. So, yeah, it just, the yearning, the whole connection between that, it was there. You can just feel it. And it was amazing. So, yes, a 5 star for Hannah now. Yes, whatever. You got it. You got
Welcome to
me.
the dark side. No, it's like welcome to the light side.
Awesome.
So something I love about Anna Hong is that she's built this entire universe where everything is intertwined and everything is connected. Every character has passed another character at some point in their life. And I like the fact that she's literally created a world of her own where the businesses still exist. The venues are things. The fashion industry is the same thing. We've heard Mode de Vie, the magazine that Kai from King of Pride, he's the one that owns that, or he's in charge of that. We've heard that be mentioned in previous books, such as the If Love series. I believe it's in the Twisted series. They're doing an interview for Alex, and then they also mention it in this book because he's doing the interview for their opening. And then we've talked about Legends, which is Blake's bar. It's kind of like a Dave and Buster's, is what I consider it, or like an Applebee's, I guess. But anyways, that's been mentioned in the Striker, and then in a lot of these King series, I love the fact that Josh and Jules have made appearances because they're my favorite, and they're literally the couple that made me deep dive, I guess, or not deep dive, but they're literally the couple that made me love enemies to lovers, because they fucking hate each other, but they love each other. They introduced
Hmm.
me to that trope, and I was like, I love this. Okay. So now that I've mentioned the fact that Anna Huang was amazing enough to create her entire universe like that, we're going to be deep diving into spoilers. Now, this is where we're going to be discussing the book and things and moments that have happened and stuck out to us. We're going to be discussing what made us laugh, what made us cringe, what got us excited, all of that. So if you're okay with staying by and listening to spoilers, feel free to stay. If not, please like, subscribe, comment, share, anything to help us with traffic. We'd very much appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes.
Is there any moment you specifically want to discuss?
The staircase or the stairs.
Yes, that was hot. I was like, oh, two chilies there, two chilies. Just kidding.
First will be when they kiss at first, and then the staircase afterwards. Like that whole scene or that moment, that whole thing was like, yes, yeah. So
I think one of my favorite parts, which it kind of made me mad because okay, he got her a good gift for her birthday, but then he gets her a gift card because he's too shy to give her the gift. I'm like, bitch, just give her the gift. Like it's not that serious, but I guess we needed the suspense, so whatever.
between them, the spice was amazing. But I really like the aftermath. Like when he forgot to present himself, and he was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." Like it was a heat of the moment, and it's so weird to a male character that I have read that he was sorry about not wearing protection. She was like, "Okay, yeah, sure, no worries," but he was so cute on that part. I was like,
He's such a
I'm
gentleman. That's
obsessed with
why.
that. Yeah, he was perfection. I cannot stop thinking about him. He was amazing.
So I think I love that too because he is a gentleman, and that shows just how much of a gentleman he is, and that he actually cares about Maya and her boundaries. But then also, I just wanted to add on to that can I just say, I hate in romance books or smut, whatever you want to call it, how they automatically, when they're like going in without a condom, I guess you could say, when they're going in without a condom, how they're always like, oh, I'm clean. Oh, I'm clean too. I just got tested. Like, stop with the stigma. Okay. Let's stop with that stigma that people who have an STI are dirty because it doesn't make them dirty. Shit just fucking happens. Some
Hmm.
people lie and are like, oh yeah, I got tested, I'm good. Okay, let's do it. Or you don't even know what happened. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I hate when they're like, oh, I'm clean. Like, how about you just say like, I forgot what author we recently read, but they were like, oh yeah, I tested negative, and they're like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, I got a negative panel, which means like they're cleared. That there's so much nicer ways of saying that you were STI free. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the whatever. So at the heat of the moment, there's certain things you shouldn't said, and I was really happy about that part that he was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." Of course, she went ahead and she's like, "Okay, cool," and we get it, it was the heat of the moment, but
yeah.
knowing that he took that extra step and he was like, "I am so sorry," like I
He
went that
wanted it.
big.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
he wanted to check in with her and make sure that she was okay with it,
yeah,
which was good. Yeah, I like that. Like I said, Sebastian's a real gentleman, so that's why I love him too. But I still think that Kai is my favorite. I was hoping that Josh and Jules would have made an appearance because they do with the other couples, at least like 3 or 4 of the other books. They've come out in the ends when they're like on vacation and stuff. And it's always fun seeing them. But this time it was actually Christian and Stella who were mentioned, which is from Twisted Love.
yes,
And I was so happy.
yes.
I was like, dude, I remember like I was listening to it at work. And once they were like introducing him, I was like, who could it be? And then I was like, wait. And they started adding up to me. I was like, is it? And then they said Christian Harper, and I was like, oh my god, yeah. So on camera, they probably had me like, yeah. But I was like,
That scene, I thought it was Dante for some reason. That scene, I thought it was him. And then when I heard it was Christian, I was like, okay, okay, you got me. You got me. I
Yeah.
like when
I
they're
mean,
interconnected somehow and other characters coming from one book to the other one. It just, they jump right up and you
yeah,
already know their personalities.
yeah. Sorry, I'm disagreeing. But I feel like I don't know, like I guess he was tight kind of needed, but at the same time it's like, well, no, he was needed. He was definitely needed. And then I'm trying to like I need to go back and read Twisted what is that? Twisted Game? No, Twisted Lies. I need to go back and read Twisted Lies because I want to kind of time it out and be like, okay, this is when this happens because I think in that book they're not having any kids. I think it ended without them having kids at that point, you know? I think they have
Okay.
kids in the far future, which means that this would be like way in the future, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I also love when they like have, the other players. But that's what I was saying earlier, like that she creates this whole world. So like what's his name? Nate Reynolds is mentioned a lot as an actor. His story is the Green Book, which is if love had a price. So I kind of knew from the beginning that it was going to be that one guy that poisoned them because obviously he's like their only rival, their only nemesis or whatever as a family. So I knew that
E-
once well, go ahead. Well,
No, no, no. Go, go.
I was gonna say that I knew that once the dad was like mad about Michelle, yeah. I knew that once Maya's dad was angry about Sebastian's dad having lunch with his enemy, that it was the enemy who was gonna be their downfall. Or not their downfall, but actually their sabotage.
Sabotage. Yeah.
I was not that was not the plot twist I was expecting. I think the biggest plot twist was the fact that they used Christian Harper, but that's pretty much it.
Yes. Well, for me, well, not a plot twist, but it was more about what happened. It was the cover because all of the Anna Juan books come with something meaningful, and like King of Wrath, we have the ring. King of Pride, we have the little feather.
That there.
This one here, we have a freaking letter, and I was trying to figure it out. What was the meaning of this? What was the meaning? So for me, the bigger plot twist on this one was what happened to the damn letter? Where was it?
Well, thank you for spending your time with us. We've really enjoyed having you here with us and appreciate your viewership. Um, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, comment, or just help us in general. Any type of engagement would be appreciated. You can follow me on Instagram at ziggy.starbooks. That's STARBOOKS 95. And you can find Marie at
Marie Reed Smut on Instagram, and I'll put the links on the description.
okay.
So
And
yeah,
until
go
next
ahead and
week.
follow us.
Yep.
Awesome. Bye.
Bye.